All righty, good morning. I'm heading out to Shore Fitness. Kind of going for another big bench day, so hopefully it'll go well. Make a stop and get me some breakfast, and I should be ready to roll. Be about an hour and 10-minute trip because I'm going to get something to eat. So I'll just talk a little bit about fitness. So far, the last couple of weeks have been really going well. I'm starting to feel as one of my subscribers said, starting to get my mojo back. And it's a good feeling. And it kind of goes to show you what everybody goes through, and not just fitness, but in life. And why you have to stay the course, and why you got to just keep pushing through. Because I think some of us will get to a point in our life where we're going to kick back and not live to our potential. Now, I'm not saying you have to be the big fitness person to live to your potential. No, this kind of goes for everything. You know, at one point, I know I've watched some of my friends and relatives and that just kind of slow down and not really get into life. And that's what I want to be, is into life. I got one trip through that I'm aware of, and I want to enjoy it as much as possible. And, you know, of course, there's going to be good times and bad times. And the reason I do fitness is so I can enjoy the good times, and I can enjoy them longer. So when I look at the fitness community, there's really 90% of people in fitness are great people. Maybe I even say 95%. Especially when you go to the gym. You know, when you're online, people tend to say some silly things online that they would never say face to face, regardless how big or small the person is or the person they're saying it to. It's just online we seem to get a little bit more mouthy because there's nobody in front of you. You know, so I do got my Instagram going now, which seems to be doing really well. I had one of my videos there recently go viral. I don't know how many views it has, but I know it's making me some decent money. I'm actually going to make more money on Instagram this month than I did on YouTube. Now, we're not talking thousands of dollars, folks. We're talking tens of dollars. And so I don't do it for the money, although I do appreciate you subscribing, your liking, you sharing, and donating to the channel. It does help me out so I can keep doing this type of videos, a type of media output. I was trying to think of a different word. It'll come to me. You know, it's one of the things when you get a little bit older, like, there's a word there. Where'd it go? A couple shout outs to some fellow creators out there. Michael, obviously. One of them, the Body Beatdown. You should be following him. He hit 2 huge PRs this year. And I don't think he's going to stop, but he might change directions on what he wants to do. And that's what fitness is about. Changing directions. I've changed directions many times. Now, I do have one direction I'm always going, but the path that I take there, it's like chemistry. The path's not important. It's how you get there. It's not important. Just getting there is important. So sometimes I'll switch out exercises. I'll start doing high reps instead of low reps. You know, I'll increase my, calorie intake. I'll rediscover some exercises that I hadn't been doing. Did them before, and for some reason I stopped doing them. And a lot of times it's comments from you, the subscriber, that remind me of these things. So I do appreciate the comments. You know, even some of the negative comments remind me of some things that I need to get back to. You know, I had one guy accuse me that I must have been on steroids when I was a couple years back because my traps were so large. Well, I used to work my traps a lot back then. And then I stopped doing it. No reason. I just stopped doing it. So I'm like, God, if I was working them and I got that type of look where people thought I was on steroids, well, maybe I should get back to that. Maybe I should re-add that to my workout. And I'm going to do that. So sometimes even the negative comments remind me of things. So I did post a poll out there for members only. Membership's not much. I mean, this thing starts out at $2.99 or $3.99 with membership. You can email me or message me for advice on nutrition or exercise. And if you want, we can set up for one-on-one videos. Remember, that's always there. I know some of my members have forgotten about that. And then, so I'm starting to contact you saying, hey, wait a minute, I got some free advice out here for you. You're paying for it. Let's take advantage of it. And I've had some of my members they got a hold of me and had certain goals, and we made plans, and they crushed them. I mean, got there way sooner than I thought that they should, because I'm always going to kind of move you a little bit slower. Remember, slow and steady wins the race, and it's also safer, unlike me. So, consider membership. If you are a member, make sure that you're utilizing it. Get that $2 or $3, money out of it. But what I really like about this channel is people telling me that they are now getting back into some sort of activity, exercise regimen, going outside, working in the garden, going for walks, going for hikes, getting back in the gym, lifting, eating better. That's why I do this channel. And that's what a lot of people in fitness are about. They're about to share the wealth of fitness. Now, there are other ones out there that do it for different reasons, and, whatever, it's good. But I found most people are very helpful in the gym. Even in a hardcore gym, most of the time, I have run into a few, but I don't judge. Look out, Birdie. I don't judge fitness by the actions of a few. All right, don't let the exception become the rule, as it's called. Most of us are just trying to get in better shape and are more than happy to help other people with advice to get in better shape. The benefits are better physical health, better mental health, feeling better about yourself, looking better, being healthier, being able to enjoy things, more fulfilling. I mean, now is there work involved? Oh, yes, there is. And sometimes, even I have to sit there and force myself to go to the gym. Why do I force myself? Because I like the results. All right? I like it when somebody thinks that, God, I must have been on a chemical diet to get to where I was at. That's not true. I take vitamins and minerals, and I take arginine. And arginine is great for my heart and my circulatory system. That's why I'm a big proponent of it. I think that will help me live a healthier life. I tend to eat pretty well during the week. I do like to go out and have some beers on the weekend. All work and no play, Jack a dull boy. And, I'm sitting there trying to enjoy the world around me. So I get outdoors a lot. I go for hikes a lot. And then on the technical side, I sit there and I look at the things that I can learn. We can now see new places. We can learn things. And anytime I see anything out there, I verify it. There's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of information that people didn't mean to do it. They just repeated it. Oh, that sounds logical. It kind of agrees with my emotional state. I'll just repeat it. It's always called trust but verify. Because I find a lot of stuff I see posted out on the internet is mostly false. So, another shout out to Josh at Nordic Opium Chad. Alright, a week and a half ago, he worked out with me and hit a new PR of 275 on the bench. And then I got the fitness premiere, and Gavin there, who runs it, was wanting to get back to 275, and he was able to hit it the next day. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. So a bunch of PRs were going. Today is going to be a bench workout. I'm going to go after it hard. calories here. Not going to be the most healthiest food, but it is going to be calories, and I will definitely burn it off with my workout. Other comments on Instagram, you know, oh, fake weights, it's all fake, it's fake, it's fake. Because everybody's perception, well, not everybody, but a great majority of people's perception is when you get older, you must get weak. And I'm telling you, that's not true. All right? Now, is there some things I can't do as well as I could do when I was younger? Absolutely. But, you know, there's some things I can do better. So it's so inbred into us that, you know, when we get into, I mean, I've had people that are in their 40s and thinking, oh, yeah, it's my prime time's over. Seriously? Mine just started at 40. And it's not ended yet. And it's a mindset. If you say you are too old to do something, you will be right 100% of the time. And the problem is there's a lot of people that's going to support you on that decision. Your doctors are going to support you because they're not fitness doctors. It's not who they are. All right? Your friends are going to support you because they've already agreed to that. So they're not going to say anything different than they don't believe already themselves. You know? I mean, I've had my doctors tell me not to lift heavy since I was 40 years old. That's 23 years ago. Guess who's in better shape? All right? Now, the one doctor I had who was a bodybuilder, he never told me that. He told me I might want to rethink a few exercises when I used to get injured because he knew what he was talking about. He was a bodybuilder plus a medical doctor. So he definitely knew this area, and I took his advice. And you're also, another thing, you're going to become what you hang around. If you hang around smokers, you might become a smoker. If you hang around people who drink heavily all the time, you're probably going to start drinking heavily all the time. If you hang out with people who are just always taking you out to Mickey D's and garbage food, and you're going to eat garbage food. Now, if you hang around with people who are in fitness, chances are you'll start to get into fitness. If you hang around people that go out and have a good time responsibly, you probably will too. If you hang around people that have positive attitudes, your attitude will probably become positive. Just like if you hang around with people that have negative attitudes, your attitude will become negative. Don't hang around with them. All right? Be the leader, not the follower. And be selfish. Do things for yourself. Fitness is being selfish. All right? I'm working out to make myself stronger, faster, healthier. You know, I control what I can control. And I'm always looking at new things. What can I do? You know, what can I add to my bucket list? You know, what can I do to keep my activity high? Are there times that you want to just sit back and relax in bed? Sure there is. But you don't want to make that the majority. And a lot of people make that a majority. Oh, I'm just relaxing. You've been relaxed for 20 years. All right? I'm just enjoying. All right, I've already walked out to the pond. I've already walked out to the garden. I'm going to stop here and get something to eat. I'm going to hit the gym. And I mean, the day's just started. It's, 8:30 a.m. And remember, I work second shift. And I've already got an hour and a half of activity in. And I want to do that. Sometimes, if I sleep until 8:30, I really feel I cheated myself. Now, I can still get those activities in, but now I'm crunching them into a shorter period of time. And I don't need to sleep to 8:30. 7 o'clock is plenty. I'm getting me 6.5, 7 hours of solid sleep. That's plenty. Also, you got on Instagram, you got a lot of people who just are negative. I mean, if you're an Instagram and you're a YouTuber and you're a trainer, why are you going out and trying to diss on people's accomplishments? What are you telling your clients about you? If you're sitting there just because somebody's stronger or faster or whatever, and you're calling, oh, it's fake, there ain't no way, blah, 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 you know, you must be on TRT and ABC and XYZ, and what are you telling your clients? I guarantee you, if I was training underneath you, and I seen your post, and I'm probably going to see your post because I probably follow you, I'm going to find a new trainer. It's just not good business. You know, I had one on Instagram that I kind of called him out. And then I went and checked out him. Yeah, I check out your bio and your profile. You know, and what I found wasn't good. I said, you're the last person to be talking to anybody about fitness. You know, why is it when someone sees somebody who accomplishes something more than you can, you have to call it out negative? I watched a guy did a drop set, a bench drop set, starting at 600 pounds. It was amazing. Oh my God. I mean, a drop set is, you know, you press out that weight, you take some weight off, you keep pressing, you take weight off, you keep pressing. I did one starting at 405. Oh my God. I mean, it's a great way to develop strength. But that's a huge feat. And I went out there and told them, man, that is amazing. And I'm looking at her comments. You know, oh, what are you trying to prove? You're trying to prove anything. You're trying to motivate people. You know, I got one of those. What are you trying to prove? I'm trying to prove that you can be old and still be strong. Don't buy into it. What you just showed me is you're one of those negative guys. You know, you're the one that you blame everything on everybody else except for yourself. You don't take responsibility for your own actions and your own fitness. So you go out there and you spread hate. Terrible way to be. I don't understand it. I'd rather sit there and spread fitness. Everybody benefits. Everybody benefits from fitness. There's no downside to this. So, to you haters out there, I would hope you change your mindset. You will be a happier person. Because if you really think you're getting enjoyment from making a fool of yourself, it's not the enjoyment you think you're getting. And you can get far more enjoyment and sit there and taking motivation from these things and working harder and becoming a better person. Just my thinking. Far be it from me saying I'm perfect. I'm not. I'm always trying to sit there and improve. And I'm my biggest critic. So you don't need to criticize me. Trust me. I've already looked at that video. Man, I'm leaning my back over a little bit too much. I didn't get as deep as I wanted to get. You know, that kind of came up uneven. Trust me, I'm critiquing the heck out of my videos. Because that's what I have them for. Not just for to share, but also to sit there and learn from. So with that, I would, first of all, like everybody who follows me all the time, and Jacqueline and Ray, Josh and Michael, Larry and Mark, and Ken, and they got great channels too. You should check them out. I do share their channels on my community page from time to time, and if you see them, I appreciate if you subscribe to them. They're good people. And everybody, it's Memorial Weekend. Let's remember what it's for. Our fallen valor people in war. And I know we go out and have a good time. And have a good time. Have a safe time. And always remember, just get in the gym and lift.